it's Julie Davison from juliedavison.com. The other day I posted this cute little Halloween gift box, and inside was a pair of little earrings. I used Shrinky Dinks and the cookie cutter Halloween set to make a matching set of earrings, and the box has a little card that opens up like this. So today I want to share with you some tips to make the box and also to make the earrings. So I'm going to start with sharing some tips to make the earrings. I used Shrinky Dink or shrink film. I got this online, but you can find it at craft stores and things like that. So I cut a piece down and I stamped my little mummy with the Stays On ink. You want to use Stays On so that it doesn't come off and smear on the plastic piece. So I am going to use the paper punch to punch that out, and line it up here. And then I'm going to use a hole punch. If you're going to make this into a charm or earrings, you want to make sure to punch that hole before you heat it. So I'm just using the 1/8 inch hole punch. You can kind of see it there. And if you're going to color or add anything like that, you want to make sure to do that before you shrink it. And if you're coloring, then use like a permanent marker, like a Sharpie or colored pencils. And you can put this in the oven, or I'm just going to use the heat tool so you can watch and see it shrink. I'm going to use a paper piercing needle just to hold it from going all over the pan. This is an old pan I'm using. You want to use some kind of heat safe container if you're going to heat it with a heat tool. So I'm using the heat tool on the highest setting, and you can watch it shrink. It looks like it's going to just curl up and be a mess, but it actually will straighten itself back out. And then I usually, while it's still a little bit warm, I just kind of push it down so that it's nice and flat. And there is the Shrinky Dink. So there's the original image, and you can see how much it shrinks. More than 50% it shrinks down. So then to make the earrings, you're just going to use jewelry pliers and some jump rings and the fish hook earrings. I made some Santa earrings, but I can't find my jewelry pliers, so I haven't been able to turn those into earrings yet, but those are really cute with the cookie cutter Christmas set. So I want to make a gift box to go with my Santa earrings, so I'm going to use some red cardstock, and in the holiday catalog they have some packages of 12 by 12 cardstock, some real red, and a Halloween package that has pumpkin pie and basic gray. So you want to make sure to use the 12 by 12 cardstock, because this cardstock is 3 inches by 12 inches. And I've scored the long one at 3 inches, 4 inches, 7 inches, 8 inches, and 11 inches. So I've got my score lines, and I'm just going to go ahead and fold on those score lines so you can see them a little bit better. And then I have a second piece of cardstock. This is 4 7/8 by 4 7/8 inch, so just a little bit smaller than 5 by 5, and I have scored 1 inch from every edge. So I just did that with the paper trimmer. You can also use your Stampin' Score tool. And I'm going to take the scissors on this one, and I'm going to cut on the opposite sides. I'm going to cut up on those score lines to make little flaps, and this is going to be the piece that is the drawer that slides out. And so just to get rid of some of the extra bulk, I'm just going to kind of taper these pieces. So I'm just trimming a sliver off, and I'm going to do that on all 4 corners. So on the inside and the outside, just slivering off the edges to taper those. So this is what it looks like when it's all done, and I've added a bit of tear and tape adhesive so you can see on all the corners I've done that. And then for the box, I'm just going to square up those corners. Okay, so just peel off the tear and tape and fold up those corners. This is where it eliminates some of the bulk if you've tapered the corners a little bit. Okay, so we've got our our box there. And then just for a decorative touch, I added a piece of the Candy Cane Lane designer paper. I punched a circle, and I'm just going to add that in the center. Okay, and then for the box, the kind of sleeve, you're going to add tear and tape on the 1-inch tab on the side. So we got 3-inch over here and 1-inch over there. And then you're going to fold it up to the other 1-inch tab. So you're going to have a part that's sticking up at the top. This is the card that folds over. Somehow. Oops. Didn't get it quite all the way down there. In fact, I think my cardstock was a little bit longer than 12 inches. I'm just going to trim just a hair off of that so that the edge of it comes underneath the fold. See? Okay. And there's the card. Okay, so just give it some good creases. And I've got 2 pieces to decorate. To decorate this, I've got the Santa for the front, and then, oh, I was going to stamp a greeting. I will have to do that when I'm done here. So this is going to go on the inside. This square is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. So a little bit smaller than 3 by 3, and it will fit in that space with a little bit of a border. And then a 1/2 inch by 2 3/4 for the designer paper. And then the designer paper is also 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. And I used some of the Candy Cane Lane designer paper and the twine package, and then layered on that cookie cutter Santa. So we've got this. I'll do a little message in here, and then the drawer slides in. You can put any kind of little gift in there, or some candies, or any kind of treat. So I'll put my earrings in there once I get them finished off. And here again is the Halloween version of that with the money earrings. So I hope you like these projects and that you'll give it a try at home. Thanks so much for watching. Happy stamping!